Hi, my name is Sofia Romo. This is my speech for communications class. This is speech 1. You can see I have my 5 audience here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually. Okay. The feeling of adrenaline, fulfillment, a moment of true serenity, of staring at something so astonishing you wonder if you're dreaming. The feeling of accomplishment and gratitude. What if I told you this was right around the corner for you? Traveling can be very beneficial to one's mental and physical well-being, and it's not as inaccessible as one may think. Traveling entails endless benefits for an individual, and there are just as many accessible ways to do it. I come from the lower middle class, and at 21 years old have traveled more than most people I've ever met. First, I will explain to you all that traveling can mean to a person. Second, I will tell you some of the many possible benefits from traveling. Finally, I will inform you of ways to travel. Traveling can mean a lot of different things to different people. There is a literal definition of the act, to travel. However, there's a much deeper meaning to it aside from the dictionary one. Let's start with the literal definition as defined by Google. Google defines traveling as going from one place to another, typically over a distance of some length. The literal definition itself is vague and could be analyzed deeper. Traveling can be something as simple as going to the next town over for one night, maybe even just a day. Now that you know the literal meaning, let's look into what people say traveling means to them. I found this question on a forum, and the most common answer was freedom. Another really great response I found was to get out of one's routine. There are so many other great personal definitions I can throw at you, but the last one is independent soul searching. I've explained to you what traveling is, now you're asking yourself why. Traveling benefits a person in many ways, both personally and generally. Let's start with how it can benefit someone personally. It can help you find the answers you're currently looking for in life. It gives you time away from your current normality and a different perspective. Now let's look at how traveling may benefit one in general. You gain an education derived from unique experience. You get an experience of different cultures, foods, scenery, stepping out of one's comfort zone in the best way possible. Traveling is a great way to teach yourself how to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Now that you know what traveling entails for you, you're probably asking yourself if it's even possible for you. There are many ways one can travel, making it accessible to most. The first obstacle one faces when wanting to travel is, of course, the financial one. Everyone has different financial struggles at home that may be keeping them from traveling. However, the biggest obstacle is your mindset. Build a trip that best suits your current financial status, such as avoiding going around Christmas because you know you make the most money in December and flights cost more around that time. Once you've overcome your obstacle of finance, you may find yourself facing a couple more bumps along the way, and that's okay. Time of year and which year, length of trip, budget for your trip, location that best suits your budget, and the location that best suits your budget. Unexpected expenses like your car not turning on a week before you booked your trip and you have to take it to the shop. This actually happened to me. Every obstacle is not as big as it may seem and can be overcome one way or another, so don't be discouraged and just plan. I found rides to work through my family and friends for that last week before my trip. Budgeted more than previously planned while on my trip, skipped the souvenirs, skipped the fancy dinner reservations, etc., allowing me the money I needed to fix my car once I got back, and I still got to go on my trip. Today, I explained to you what the word traveling means. Second, I told you some of the many possible benefits of traveling. Finally, I informed you of ways to travel. Traveling entails endless benefits for an individual, and there are just as many accessible ways to do it. By now, you're asking yourself where and when you're going. Now that you have a few useful tips, utilize them and go. Remember that traveling can be whatever you want it to be.